Nobody cares about you. I remember growing up just feeling different. I always feel like I'm left out of things. Growing up, I used to always care about people and put others first. When I used to go out and play with my friends at the park or when there's snack time in class, I used to always go to the corner store and buy a lot of snacks and drinks. And when I would get back to the park, I would share with everybody. And everybody would be happy. And I would make sure I give everybody a bag of chips. And if they didn't want something to eat, I would give them a drink. And you know, when we're all kids, we just eat chips and drink hugs. Back when chips used to be a quarter and a small hug drink would be a quarter. Those were the good times. And I remember during class when I would bring a snack and when some of my classmates didn't have nothing to eat and they asked me if they could get some, I would give them some of my snack, whether it's chips, cookies, or whatever I had. But I remember there were a few days where I didn't have any money. I couldn't buy my own chips and drinks. And when they had snacks and we were all playing at the park, when they had something to drink, I would ask them, can I get some chips? And they would say no. And that really got to me because all this time I got y'all backs. I would share with everybody. But then when I'm down, when I don't have any money, when I have nothing to eat, nobody cared about me. I just sat by myself and I just felt stupid. I just felt like I didn't really have any true friends. I didn't really have anybody that cared about me. And the same thing would happen in class. If I forget to bring a snack or I didn't have money and I had nothing to eat, and I asked the same people that I share with, like, hey, can I get a piece? And they would be like, no. That's when I realized nobody cares about you in this world. Everybody just wants to be around you. Everybody just wants to be around you when you have money, when you can feed them, when you can help them. But the moment you're down and you don't have any money or you don't have anything, nobody sees you anymore. Nobody cares about you anymore. Nobody cares. And life just sucks. I remember when I was younger, just growing up being different and just feeling like I was ugly. And I used to think like if I could just be average, if I could just fit in with everybody else and just get along, how life would be so much better. And I remember one time I was at the playground with my friends. And there was this one girl that came up to me and she was like, I've never met somebody as ugly as you. Like, you're so ugly. Like, you're really ugly. I remember telling her, I remember saying, like, I know I'm ugly. And I wish I was better looking. But I'm not. Nobody cares about you. And life itself is just a constant struggle. I feel like I can never get a peace of mind. There's always the next challenge. Once I solve one thing, another problem comes. It is never ending. It's like I used to struggle with relationships. But then when I get a girlfriend, I guess I just dated the wrong ones a few times. And I was just a nice guy. I was too nice and I always cared about their feelings and always made sure that they're happy. But perhaps I was just treating the wrong person right. And all they ever did was cheat on me and flirt with other guys and just left me for somebody else. Even in relationships, it's a struggle to find someone that you're compatible with. Someone that actually has your back. Somebody that actually loves you and cares about you and isn't selfish. Even in relationships, you got to go through so many toxic relationships and so many people who don't deserve you. It's hard to just find some people who are loyal and trustworthy and you know will be there for you no matter what. It's so hard to find people like that. And it's not just finding a girlfriend that's loyal. It's finding friends that are loyal. Finding genuine people that actually care about you. It's a constant struggle. And you don't have as much friends. And then the little bit of friends that you have in high school, once you graduate, you no longer really communicate with them. We kind of all just go down our different paths and we kind of just separate. And life after school is just loneliness, and you really only have a few friends, if that. And then all it really is just working 9 to 5, and most people are just miserable and lost and don't really know what they want to do with their life, and you just work your whole life away until you're old, and if the economy is any good, you might be able to retire, and then from there you have a few years left, and then you just die. That's all life really is. You're born, you go to school, you work, you get old, you retire, and then you just die. Sometimes I really wonder what the purpose of life is. It's a lot of suffering, it's just a lot of emotional trauma and suffering and betrayal and struggles. And the only advice that we really get is, make sure you go to college, make sure you go to college. Not everybody's meant to go to college. It's not really the best path for some people, because some people just ends up getting their degree and can't even get a job in that field. It's just a waste of money. And you know what the worst feeling is? When you have a degree and you feel like that degree is worthless, and you feel worthless. That's the worst feeling, when you feel like a degree on your resume means nothing, when you can't even land a job interview, when it can't even get past their automated system that just rejects you. You don't even get a human to look at that resume with a degree on there. You feel worthless. And then even when you have a degree, you don't have any experience. It's like a degree means nothing when you have no experience, when you have no connections. When entry-level jobs require 5 years of experience, it's just frustrating. It's like, what was the point of me going to school then? What was the point of me getting this degree? And perhaps I have certain passions that I want to pursue. Can I just do that without being compared to everybody else? Like, look at your cousins, look at this person, look at that person, they're so successful. Can I not be compared with anybody else because I'm me? I'm not them. And it's always about them being better than you at certain things. What about me being good at things? What about the things that I'm good at? Is that not important? Life definitely does suck, and there's a lot of struggles. But all we can really do is live day by day, take one day at a time, one step at a time, and I don't know, life just sucks, man.
So that's all of today's video. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you. Peace.